Abraham, you spotted something which I think is worth chatting about. Definitely worth getting Helena's view on. So there was something with a FOS and a write down. Is that right? What? Tell us all about that.
Yes. So FOS is right. So this is news in New Model Advisor. FOS wrote down £900,000 of expenses on failed AI project. So I don't know if it's project or project. On a failed AI project, they've written off 900. This to me is part of a larger trend in corporate world where something like there's a piece of research that shows that, so this is again an article in the Forbes that says something like 95% of AI pilots fail within large organizations. So this is research by MIT Lab, and they said despite 30 to 40 billion dollars in enterprise investment in generative artificial intelligence, AI pilot failure is officially the norm. 95% of corporate AI initiatives show zero return, zero. So this is the title of the paper is The State of AI in Business in 2025. And sorry, one more thing. They actually said something to the effect of any productivity gain, if there is such a thing, from using AI accrues to the individual, not to the organization. They're not seeing the impact of this in corporate productivity or on the balance sheet or P&L. So, Helena, you're the woman who's chosen to swap the joy of running a financial planning firm to training AI for a living. Tell us what's going on here.
So it's interesting because I first of all, I'm surprised I spent 900 grand on something that's sorting documents and understanding what documents is relevant for what case, because really it shouldn't cost that much for something that simple. But I think my view is I'm not surprised on the AI failures, because if we think about it, it's only been 3 years, really. It's super new technology. The agentic side of it is really what's lifted it for complex tasks quite a lot. But even that, I see people not really understanding the limitations of the technology, which is a big challenge. So first of all, how do you find good people that actually know what they're talking about to be able to build something for your business? How do you know you've identified the right use cases to actually build something for? Because we seem to have jumped in this AI is the solution to everything. Actually, as a technology, you're probably able to get something more reliable by using AI with deterministic code or another system to be able to do what they wanted to do in the first place, and not spend huge amount of money on consultants saying they're going to do this and that and misunderstanding it. So I think a big challenge is with AI, if you are wanting to make gains in a business that's actually going to be meaningful, you need to be very, very crystal clear on what that use case is. And what I've seen as a challenge is, I don't know if this is your same experience, but engineers will build what you tell them to build. But if you're not very clear on telling them what they need to be building, i.e. getting the actual person who's doing the job or the job that you're trying to replace, or the work, that really specific knowledge, and getting them to be able to articulate and refine that in a way that can be built, you are going to get a lot of wasted money. And you cannot build something productive or useful in AI if you do not understand the limitations. Now, one of the limitations I find super fun and really interesting that people don't get is AI is a language predictor. So by definition, it tells you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
If you ask it something, it will tell you what you want to hear. So if you had employees that just told you what you wanted to hear, your business wouldn't actually succeed. So how do you build in the contrasting skills that you needed to have to lift what AI can do, but also reality check it, because it's not going to do things right? So I think the strategy is just, this will solve problems and this will, save a lot of money and this will create a lot of efficiencies. But we are not good enough at sort of really breaking down what that needs to be and whether AI is the right tech for it. So it could be AI combined with tools in this case. So say, for example, I was building this FOS tool, then yes, to get someone to say, I'm looking at XYZ case, I need to know the documents for it. That document search tool, I might not use AI for it because it might not be the best solution for that, but I could give AI the tool to go and fetch the documents to be able to bring that together. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
AI in itself is not, I mean, it's progressed enormously, but it's not strong enough to be the tech solution on its own. It has to be combined with other stuff. And I think that's where businesses are not looking at it as how does this fit into our ecosystem or our processes, or what is it that we actually specifically trying to do and achieve, and being able to define that in a way that will actually allow people to build it correctly. Because it does hallucinate. It will make errors. It will, those things is inherently built into the technology. You're not going to wipe that out no matter what you do. You need to be able to understand those limitations and build with that in mind, not find that a surprise at the end of spending 900.
Yeah. I think you're absolutely right. It is probably it's a failure of procurement, isn't it? Probably, rather than actually deployment of the AI.